Welcome back to Empress Radio, where we provide custom web design solutions to help your business succeed. So, contact us today. We have over a decade of experience with over hundreds of happy customers. Our services are geared towards growing your business, so contact us today. You can contact us via Instagram at Empress Radio _ or reach out to us on our website at www.empressconsults.com. Our services include video editing, website design, and graphic design. So contact Empress Radio today.
All right, we're live. Hey, everyone. We're not going to be on here too long because it's a hot day out here. But hey, everyone in the building. Shout out to Uppity. So shout out to the person who just sent me this information about Chris Fletcher. Not sure if they want me to tell who it was, but so someone just dropped this into my DM. So Chris Fletcher allegedly has had his real estate license revoked for fraud. So I'm going to get into that. But before that, let me just get into this article regarding the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, because while Lamh Fletcher is talking about Tisha and not being transparent in her marriage, it looks like something is going on with hers. But yeah, so let's get into this article. Shout out to Urban Bell. So it says Letitia Scott responds to Lamh Fletcher and Love and Marriage Huntsville fans saying she's not transparent. Hold on one second. Let me close the window. All right. So yeah, Letitia Scott responds to accusations of not being transparent on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville stars Letitia Scott and Lamh Fletcher clash during the most recent episode. Lamh had already been feeling lukewarm about Letitia because of how she confronted Chris Fletcher. Letitia took issues with Chris previously saying that Marceau and Maurice Scott would be the ones to talk to when it was rumored that the men used NDAs to have affairs. Letitia feels like Chris's comments were messy and only shed more light on past cheating rumors. While Letitia didn't feel like she got it in Chris's face for answers, Lamh felt like that's exactly how things played out. In the latest episode, Lamh and Letitia had a sit down to discuss the matter. However, the conversations were not productive. Letitia got up and left. She said she didn't want to have a screaming match with Lamh at a venue she used for business. Lamh believes Letitia and Kimmy aren't transparent and prefer to discuss their co-workers' business. So I'm wondering if Lamh Fletcher and Chris Fletcher are going to talk about this situation on the next season since it's out now. Letitia addressed this on her YouTube channel. She argued that she's always been transparent. What is it that I'm lying about? I've been transparent with you guys. I've shared my lows, my highs. Y'all still see my struggles, and I'm still being transparent right now while we're filming. She added, I feel like Lamh has had an issue with me because the people she was cool with wasn't cool with me. And I'm sure they fed information about me, and she believes whatever it is that was fed to her. I wonder if they're talking about Mel. That's the only reason she said that we're not being transparent, not because she knows something. Letitia also warned fans that Lamh will get worse as the season goes on. I don't know what Lamh is out here trying to do. Y'all haven't even seen the worst of her yet. It gets bad, she said. All right, so that is some of the backstory. Now, like I said, Chris Fletcher was being investigated by the Alabama Real Estate Commission. So what this is, the Alabama Real Estate Commission investigates complaints against real estate licenses for potential violations of the Alabama Real Estate License Law. These investigations can result from complaints filed by consumers or other licensees, or they can be initiated by the commission itself. If a violation is proven, the REC, I believe it's called, can impose disciplinary actions such as fines, license suspensions, and revocation. So I'm believing since it got revoked, this is like a serious case, right? Complaint filed, investigations, a hearing if needed. So I believe he had a hearing. If the investigations indicates a violation, the REC may hold a formal hearing to allow the licensee to respond to the allegations. Now, like I said, license revocation, permanent removal of the licensee's ability to practice, and he got his license revoked. We're going to get into the documents. Examples of violation: misleading or fraudulent practices, false or dishonest promises to clients, failure to disclose materials about a property, violations of the real estate license law. Now, he got hit with about 6 different cases, I guess. So I'm going to get into this now. So check this out. Alabama Real Estate Commission, Empower, Connect, and Educate. This is the license. Wow. Hold Sorry, dumb people. Anyway, 6 different cases. So Christopher Lavon Fletcher, action. Oh, so this happened March 20th, 2025. So just a few months ago. What, 5 months ago at this point? Action, found guilty. He was found guilty, fined $2,500, and had his license revoked. So this one, the first one says engaged in misrepresentation or dishonest or fraudulent acts when selling, buying, trading, or renting a real estate property of his own or of a spouse or child or parent. So it could be lying for Nell Fletcher or one of his kids. The second one, same thing. I think all of them say the same thing as far as the fines and the dates. Okay, so the second one was engage in conduct which constitutes or demonstrates dishonest dealings, bad faith, or untrustworthiness. Number 3, failed to disburse earnest money to the designated consumer after a written agreement was signed by both parties of the sales transaction. Wow. So I wonder if the consumer is the one who complained. Next one, number 4, failed with a reasonable time to provide information requested by the commission, investigator, and auditor. Number 5, changed the address of his place of business and failed to notify the commission in writing within 30 days. Number 6, finally, failed to. Oh, so these are different. So dang, I wonder if he got fined for each one of these because this one's only 500. Anyway, failed to have a place of business that meets the requirements for a place of business. Wow. So like I said, if they're each fined, then he got $2,500 fine for each one. Wow. So yeah, Chris Fletcher, he out here wilding out, frauding allegedly. Everything's alleged, but this is, unless it's not him. Shout out to Maurice, he was saying it wasn't him. Unless this is not the real Chris Fletcher. But I don't know how many Chris Fletchers live in Alabama and have a real estate license. But yeah, unless something happened or something went wrong or whatever, and this is the wrong person, it's allegedly, we'll say. But yeah, someone said, remember when Martell stayed in one of Chris's houses for too long? Oh yeah, that's true. Someone said, I am happy Mel is off the show to protect her brand. Someone said, probably that house Martell did not want to move out that he had to sell. Oh, I wonder if that is it. But yeah, Chris has lost his license. And here it says, like I said, if the license is revoked, then it's a permanent removal of the licensee's ability to practice. So I'm wondering if he can't ever practice in Alabama again. That is insane. This cast is always doing the most, getting into some type of trouble. But yeah, here it is in black and white and red, bright red too, about Chris Fletcher's getting his license revoked. Some say he also was to sell LeBarrick's house, then it went to another person to sell it. Yeah, that is true. Because remember, Destiny actually went off on Chris Fletcher. They never aired it, but Destiny had confronted Chris Fletcher about letting the blogger AL come to the open house. This is just Scotty talking about it. But as you guys could see, the title of the video, it said, shout out to Scotty.
Now, y'all
Destiny
already
Payton,
know what time.
Destiny Payton attempts to fight Chris Fletcher and his wife during filming. Who else talked about it? This is Jamie. That's me. I don't think she even posts clips either. But yeah, there was a video about it. I wonder if Chit Chat had it. Destiny confronts Chris Fletcher. Oh, I definitely don't want to post this. Ebony's. Chris Fletcher and Destiny. Was it for a storyline? Who posted this? It's in God's hands. Oh, ew. Yeah, man, I can't find it anywhere though, the actual clip, because there was a clip where Destiny had got all in Chris Fletcher's face and confronted him pretty much about that situation. But yeah, so anyway, who's this? Like I said, I think Jamie, that's me, just probably talked about it but didn't post about it. What really happened to Chris Fletcher? Hold on, let me see. I just want to see if someone has the actual video or something. But yeah, there was a clip that was circulating around where Destiny was all in Chris Fletcher's face regarding letting the blogger come to the open house. But yeah, Chris Fletcher was the one in charge of that house. But yeah, this is crazy, right? As you guys could see, multiple people did post about it. Destiny goes off on Chris Fletcher. But yeah, so anyways, that is it, you guys. I didn't want to be up here too long, but yeah, 6 different charges. I'm assuming each one of these are a different fine that he was found guilty and license revoked for. Engage in misrepresentation or dishonest or fraudulent acts when selling, buying, trading, or renting real estate property of his own or of a spouse or child or parent. Engage in conduct which constitutes or demonstrates dishonest dealings, bad faith, or untrustworthiness. All these were $2,500 fines. Failed to disburse earnest money to the designated consumer after a written agreement was signed by both parties of the sales transaction. 2,500. Fell within a reasonable time to provide information requested by the commission, investigator, or auditor. So yeah, they were definitely investigating him, and he didn't answer in a reasonable time. Changed the address of this place of business and failed to notify the commission in writing within 30 days. Failed to have a place of business that meets the requirements for a place of business, and this was $500 fine. So yeah, you guys, that is insane. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? I just want to drop in really quickly. This cast is always doing something to get in trouble. I swear it's always something. Now, I don't know if this is like a criminal type crime. I don't know if like you could go to jail for this, but I assume like fraud is, you could get in trouble for fraud. But right now they just revoked his license, his real estate license. So he's unable to practice actually in Alabama now. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from Empress Radio. Okay, bye.